Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rashi's Kamen TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Yesterday, we saw William Samoei Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga climbing down. And they had to climb down for the sake of this great nation. When this was happening, a group of men were behind this reconciliation. Eminent people were behind the scene. And you remember, in one of my videos, I told you to note that William Samoei Ruto did not attend the 40 churches when they met, I think, in Kakamega. Again, yesterday, he did not go to church. Again, Raila Amolo Odinga also missed the occasion. And behind the scene were very, very familiar and familiar faces. In this country, there are some people who always intervene when things seem to run out of hand. One person was in the thick of things, though invisible. The man is Kaguta Museveni. Museveni, the president of the Republic of Uganda, is an experienced person as far as peace negotiation is concerned. Museveni, who lived for many years in Kenya and who is said to have a home in Kenya, and some of his children actually schooled in Kenya. So he has a lot of interest. Again, remember, Kenya is the gateway to Uganda. The fact that Uganda is a landlocked country, Kenya is the gateway. So what was happening between the border of Kenya and Uganda? Trade was affected. So Museveni is one person who has a soft spot for William Samoei Ruto. And William Samoei Ruto is said to take the wise counsel of Museveni. And they are great friends. And you remember, there are many times that Museveni was inviting William Samoei Ruto to his campaigns, and you'd see William Samoei Ruto on tops of vehicles, sometimes giving speeches. And this is something that many people do not know, that Museveni for sure intervened. Though what we know is that Raila Amolo Odinga does not have very kind words for Museveni. I believe he listened to what was happening. Again, behind the scene was the African Union. African Union wanted peace in this country. African Union felt that if Kenya disintegrates, that would set a bad precedence. That would be very bad for the community of nations, especially in Africa. You know, Kenya is seen as an island of peace. Kenya is surrounded by unstable nations. Somalia, Uganda, Burundi, Rwanda, name them. Some of these countries, including Ethiopia, are not very stable. So if Kenya was to join them, and you remember, Kenya is leading the war in Al-Shabaab, and if the situation was to run out of hand, many countries would be affected by the aftermath of this. Again, the American embassy, the American ambassador, and the United Kingdom were on hearts to try to negotiate peace. Something that Raila did not like. It is said that Raila does not trust the ambassadors because of the way they interfered with the 2022 general elections. And to date, majority of Kenyans believe that United Kingdom and America imposed William Samoei Ruto. So even though they were there, what they were trying to do, they wanted William Samoei Ruto to climb down, especially on things that he could be able to do. And also behind the scene was some influential Kenyans very influential Kenyans who are actually very influential when it comes to matters of security, and we may not mention them here, and because of many reasons, and they know where the country was moving. Again, when William Samoei Ruto realized that, according to NIS, the country would easily slide into anarchy if the solution was not found, it is something that had to make him climb down. Indeed, the information was that Baba was not ready to give in. And Baba was mobilizing people to go to the CBD. And Baba was so much determined to camp in CBD. So this information is something that he realized that there is no way other than stretching an olive branch to Raila Amolo Odinga. But one thing that William Samoei Ruto did not address is the issue of cost of living. Indeed, he did not mention anything to do with this. And now what we have is a situation where Raila Amolo Odinga's team in parliament and William Samoei Ruto's team in parliament must provide equal number of MPs to come up with the reconstitution laws of IBC. This is a step in the right direction. This is one way of resolving this issue. But one thing remained unsolved, the issue of servers. But I understand that William Samoei Ruto's argument is that he did not declare himself the president. And if Raila Amolo Odinga is to blame somebody, he should blame IBC and Wafula Chebukati, because he was saying that he was not the referee. But there is hope that the IBC can be done what? Can be audited. The results can be audited. There is hope. And that's the only thing that made Raila Amolo Odinga also to step down, to climb down, that is. Because if he did not climb down, I believe today would be a very different day. Again, it was realized that, the Kikuyus, supremacists, and the Kalenjin mafia wanted Raila Amolo Odinga to be arrested. And indeed, plans were on top gear to arrest Raila Amolo Odinga. But it was to be realized that kama agetiwa baroni, inchi igesabaratika. Kama agetiwa baroni, inchi igechomeka. And when you had Rigathi Gachagua and Ndindi Nyoro and Kimani Ichung'wah, because these were the die-hard supporters. These are the guys who have been attacking Raila Amolo Odinga, telling him that there's no way he is going to be involved in the negotiations. There is no way that he's going to talk to him. But when William Samoei Ruto referred to Raila Amolo Odinga as his brother, Gachagua felt like he would vomit. For sure, he had nausea when Raila Amolo Odinga was referred to as the brother. The more things change, the more they remain the same. Because these are the terms, these are the adjectives that Uhuru would use to refer to Raila Amolo Odinga. So, William was telling the Ndindi Nyoro, was telling Gachagua, Kimani Ichung'wah, after all, Raila is my brother. We have more in common than in conflict. In fact, that is what he told them. And remember that Thursday, when they were attacking Raila Amolo Odinga, verbally calling him all types of names, and anarchist, economic bandit, all kinds of things, William Samoei Ruto was very busy trying to come up with the way forward. And I believe there's going to be a follow-up. This is just the beginning, I understand. They are going to address many issues. And again, when you look at the Kikuyus now, the Kikuyus, majority of them, especially those in parliament, did not like this. Because remember, I told you that these guys thrives in anarchy. They thrive when Raila Amolo Odinga is at loggerheads with William Samoei Ruto. They are usually very happy because that is when they have a lot of things to talk about. And now that Raila and Ruto now they are referring to each other as brothers. I don't know which terms Gachagua is going to use. I don't know which term Kimani Ichung'wah is going to use. And one thing that, although it has not been confirmed, is that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta also approached William Samoei Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga and told them that a time comes when the national interest comes first. That information I've not yet confirmed, but I understand he reached out to both of them, both parties, and told them to stop the shenanigans and told them to put the interests of the nation first. Because if they continued the way they were doing, the country would slide into anarchy. Again, the fact that the Northern farm was invaded by goons is something that made the government unpopular, both with the locals and even in the international circles. And William Samoei Ruto had to step in to show that this is not the kind of country we want. But this is not enough. If he's serious, I believe he should go for those people who sent goons in Northland Farm. Again, the conflict, the division in the government, one side Mudavadi and Kidiki, the other side Gachagua, Ndindi Nyoro, and Kimani Ichung'wah, is something that William Samoei Ruto did not like. He saw the threat. He saw that the nation can sink. He saw that his government can easily sink. So the divisions were destroying him more than they were destroying Raila Amolo Odinga. And Raila Amolo Odinga was becoming very, very popular with the masses. And what William Samoei Ruto had done, he had underestimated Raila Amolo Odinga's influence. And when Raila Amolo Odinga came out guns blazing, when he came out akajitokeza na watu wakamfuata, watu wanajitokeza wengi, maelfu kwa maelfu, like butterflies. This is something that worried William Samoei Ruto. And he realized that Raila Amolo Odinga is going to galvanize the citizens against Kenya Kwanza government. And he was very, very much disturbed by this kind of thing. Again, the attack of the media was condemned by the international circles. Indeed, the American embassy issued a statement, a very strong statement, criticizing the government for attacking the media. And this one also worried William Samoei Ruto. And the image of the country was completely destroyed. What of the policeman who was behaving like a terrorist? What of the policeman who was spraying the media guys and almost killing them? What of the way the policemen were attacking the unarmed people? This is a picture that disturbed William Samoei Ruto. This is a picture that disturbed the community of nations. And again, when you look at all this, William Samoei Ruto had no choice. And the good thing with Raila Amolo Odinga is that he wants structured negotiation. He does not want to be in government in any way. And he has told William Samoei Ruto so, that he doesn't want to be involved in the handshake government. Although William Samoei Ruto was keen that he could involve them, that is Azimio, in his government, maybe by appointing some of these guys in the government. Raila Amolo Odinga does not want this. But Raila Amolo Odinga agreed on the official opposition, jambo hilo lile ambalo lipelekwa bunge na William Samoei Ruto. Alisema, it doesn't have to be him as the leader of the opposition, but the office. He said, if the office is created, it is good for democracy. And that is why he clamped down. Because what he said is that as long as there's guarantee that some of these things are going to be implemented. That is what he wanted. So back the ball is now with Raila Amolo Odinga and William Samoei Ruto. I don't know what you think, but if you ask me, it was a good move for this great nation. And may you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.